Yes, guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Spurs Donut Show. How are you? We hope you are all happy and healthy, doing the things you love. It is 2026. It's 2026. How's your new year started? I've started out a complete donut. Complete donuttery from this guy. Oh dear. All the videos I did yesterday, I turned monetization off by mistake, or I didn't turn it on. So what an absolute donut. Well, we got the donut costume. How's everyone doing? Comes with a little hat as well. I don't know. Sean, why are you dressed as Thomas Frank? Listen. It is an interesting day in the world of football. January the 1st comes around and Chelsea have sacked their manager. Tottenham are linked with all sorts of players today. All sorts. We got links to Carl Etta-Eyong, who, I mean, notforme.com. Notforme.com. A really interesting Brazilian left back, 19-year-old left back out of Santos called Souza. Souza, who I've taken a look at on the Y Scout, looks quite interesting. And but yeah, I hope that this time the monetization's turned on, and you know, content's gonna content. Happy New Year to everybody. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? What's been dragged out of Court Offside and Footy Insider today, Paulie boy? Quite a lot. Content's going to content. Content's got a content. And listen, they've got their sources. They have their sources.
Yeah, come on, yeah. Sources, everyone has a source. They're never right, but we'll share them, of course. I know a guy who knows all the discourse. Content's got a content, and trust me, bro, it's my source.
We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking about it. What's crack-a-lacking, guys? What is crack-a-lacking? I hope you guys all had a lovely New Year's Eve. I had a fun time last night with you lot. It was hilarious. So much fun. The chat was on top form. And yeah, we went for, was it 3 hours? Over 3 hours, something like that. It was only supposed to be a cheeky little hour. And you lot were trying to drag me in. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. One more drink. Don't mind if I do. Oh dear. Big up to you all, guys. Big up to you all. Smash the like button for me if you don't mind. It helps the channel out. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the march to 40k. And notification buttons, they should be squeezed, and comments should be dropped. We've got quite a lot to get through, so I'm going to do a little chin wag. I'll say for an hour, but I have got myself a cheeky cider because it is New Year's Day. And you know what? F the resolutions. My resolutions are to do more of the same. You know, more of the same. Please, sir, can I have some more? Come on, play it again. Which one? The dancing one. It's fun, isn't it? It's a good one. All right, we'll do it one more time. I can't think if it's like, is it like the Irish Hotspur and Jack Kinsky? Some people are saying it's Benji and Danny. Others said it was Billy T. I don't know. What I would tell you, though, 100% guaranteed that those two people are bogans from Australia. Fun bogans. Fungans. 100%. That's what you get in Australia. Like people just having fun with stupid haircuts and ridiculous moustaches, doing their thing, doing their thing. Guys, today's episode of Spurs Donut Show is sponsored by the wonderful people at OK Jersey. If you're looking for any sporting clobber, any of your athleisure wear for your New Year's resolutions, if you're one of these geezers that are out this morning pounding the pavement, then good luck to you. Good luck to you. But you can get all your clobber at ridiculously good prices, ridiculously good quality for ridiculously good prices at OK Jersey. So search for OK Jersey, whether it's football gear or otherwise, you can find anything you're looking for there. Code Sean at checkout gives you 8% off. So if you are looking for any of those types of things, then you know where to go and what code to use. You've got a lot of options for different codes. Give a, order a couple of sizes above, probably. Order a couple of sizes above. You know why. You know why. Right, before we get into it, there's a lot of super chats. I want to quickly smash the super chiddly chit chat wats. Big up to you all. There's a brand someone came in before the show even started, half an hour early. Elvis G with a £5 super sticker. Unbelievable generosity, mate. Thank you very much. And by the way, you guys last night were so generous. The super chats last night were unbelievable. So very grateful, especially when you leave off your monetization. You completely bozo your entire day's content, like the donut that I am. So what you did last night was unbelievable. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you all. But the first super sticker always gets the choo-choo train. Choo-choo to you, Elvis. Choo-choo to you. Elvis G is alive and well. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you have a good year. Hope you are healthy and happy with your family. We've got one from Marco N17. Big up to you, Marco. He says, how many players are we actually going to get in, Sean? Got no idea, mate. Got no idea. It's weird, though. We keep looking for, like, these young players. Everyone we're linked to is young, right? Samu Aglouch is young. Carletta Eong is super young. Big, strong, physical guy. All of them are big, strong, physical. We're looking at big, strong, physical players. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. But you look at Chelsea and you look at the Chelsea fan base today and they're complaining about, like, the reason why it didn't work out is because they shit themselves in the big games. They're just inconsistent. And that's what comes with like a too heavy a focus on youth. And I think we're seeing it on a sort of lower standard. We spent less than them, but we've gone after the same sort of thing as them. And we're just not consistent. And I think with that, with age comes experience. So like Tottenham have got a very young squad, as of Chelsea, that you need to sprinkle in some leaders, some people that have been there and done it and know how to get over the line. And everybody that we're being linked with, apart from Leon Goretzka, the vast majority of people we're being linked with are like 19, 20, 21. And like some of them are stats, some of them are like the kind of the caliber of the players we're linked with. I'm really excited about. You know, not so much Samu Aglouch, certainly not Carletta Eong. Like, they might be great players, but I don't see it yet. And I'm looking. We spoke about last night. We did like an hour of the 3-hour show was all of Butler's bozo moments, right? So Garassi, Morgan Gibbs-White saying it was done deal and it wasn't done. You know, I think there's certainly a lot of my calls have been wrong, right? A lot of my calls have been wrong. So. And obviously that's fine. It is what it is. So don't listen to me. But my opinion is that Tottenham needs some absolute, like, we need some experience. We need some sort of like just some caliber of mentality. And I don't know how you can gauge the mentality of a kid. And when I say kid, I don't mean disrespectfully, but like you're not your full frontal lobe or whatever it is. Whatever it's called. I'm kind of paraphrasing. I'm butchering badly whatever Joe Rogan says all the time. Right? He says that your frontal brain bit, it's not fully developed in a man until you're 25 or at least 21. So I don't know how you can gauge whether people are like leaders or otherwise when they're 19, 20, 21. I think it's too much in that direction. So how many are we actually going to get in, Mark? I don't know. I'd hope in an ideal world you could sign 3 players. I don't think we're going to get more than that. January's too difficult. But look, we've already got 2 players are leaving. 2 players are leaving. Like Manuel Sologon, you know, you are Sologon, right? You're gone out of here. He's going to Fiorentina. And obviously, we're about to hear today, it looks like the personal terms have been agreed with Crystal Palace for Brennan Johnson. I'll come to that story in a minute. He's going to go over to the south side of the river to take his medical. So he'll be done by tomorrow. So if we're already moving 2 players out of the squad, you know, maybe we might have a really interesting window, maybe so. But just think we're everyone we're looking at seems to be really young, and I'm a little bit concerned. I want to see a couple of like men, you know. Pause. I want to see a couple of like established, calculating, experienced men that know what they're doing. And then, yeah, you have young kids around them, they can learn from them. But we haven't got really any. Oh, we got nobody, have we? Romero, he doesn't really act like a leader all the time, does he? You know, Ben Davies, well, he might be going as well, by the way. He might be leaving. He's the oldest player in the squad, and he might be off. If he leaves the squad, by the way, our average age drops by about another 2 years or something stupid. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe we'll talk about it over the summer. Big up to you, though. Thank you very much for the super chat, my man. Chew Dini with a super sticker. Big up to you. Chew to you, Dino. I hope you're okay, mate. Thank you, Evic. Thanks for joining us last night. And to you, Paul. Big up to you, mate. Appreciate you as well. Very, very much. Chew to both of you. Chew to both of you. My man, Drewski baby. Go on, play it again. Well, I played it for you when I saw it. Thank you very much for the loyalty, my mate. Thank you for my man. I hope you're okay. I hope your new year was good. Must be early in the morning for you, so I'm guessing you didn't go out and get absolutely. Well, you don't drink, do you? You don't drink, so yeah. Once you give up drinking, the temptation of going out is probably quite diminished, I would say. I saw a guy who lives down the road from me, who's a social media guy, a guy called Billy Brown, I think his name is. He was on Love Island a couple of years ago. He's got like a big social following. I saw him this morning. And he looked worse for wear. I was like, "Oh, what happened to you last night?" He was like, "I went to King's Road." I was like, were you trying to pull a Made in Chelsea girl or something?" He was like, "Basically," and there were a few of them out there. I don't know. Like, what I want to know is, right? I want to know who is the youngest. No, sorry, who is the oldest person in this chat who went out last night to like a proper night out, not like to your local pub, your local Weatherspoons. Like, that's fine. But like, who went chasing birds or like, you know, clubbing or whatever? You know, let me know. Let me know if you went out. Let me know where you went, and let me know how old you are, so we can figure out between us who's the oldest person to still have that desire to go out and get absolutely smashed off their tits on New Year's Eve, and then we're going to pick on you for the rest of the show. That's what we're going to do, all right? We're going to pick on you. Big up to you, Drewski. Thank you very much. Elvis has also come in, member for 15 months. Says that video will never get old. It's a good video, isn't it? It's a good video. In fact, I like on Instagram. There's loads of videos that like, have that sort of shit that where someone's used it for a different reason about conspiracies or about whatever, and I'm just like, oh, that's perfect. I'll turn that into a Tottenham content. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Say that one for later. I got a couple more as well. Have you seen that video? There's one I just dropped on the shorts reel. Have you seen that video of that young blonde, that pretty blonde girl who went on UFC on her debut and got absolutely smashed up, and her face is like black, double black eye, her lips, like her nose is broken, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I had a really good time. It was a really tough experience, but I really appreciate it. So thank you very much." So I stole that and then put it Vinay after like failing to secure a good transfer window when his first transfer in charge of Solo without Daniel Levy. No, I want to say massive thank you to Tottenham fans. They were pretty hard on me, but it was a really good experience. Sensational. Big up to you, Elvis. And Jim Bird, big up to you, mate. It's a great show last night. More of the same for 2026. Yeah. Well, you know what? I actually want to do more of that sort of stuff where we just have a laugh and a giggle. Big up to you, Jim Bird. Well, more just have a laugh and a giggle. But I always feel like because I'm turning on the Tottenham stream, I feel like I've got to make it all serious, because all the big channels are just very serious, you know. But if I had my way, we would just be having a giggle for 90 minutes a day. And then just occasionally dabbling with some Tottenham news, you know. Yeah. 53 and still alive. Last night, big night out till 3 a.m. Karaoke. 55, Justin. 55. Can anyone beat 55? Sean, did you see Spurs signed a Helga? Hang about. Did we? Tottenham women's news. Mate, that's wild. You type in Tottenham women's into Google and you turn on news, and the last bit of news about Tottenham's women was 3 weeks ago. Nobody cares, bro. Takai needs to be loaned out. Tell you what, at least his agent knows that he hasn't been fit enough to play, therefore he can't have commanded any minutes. Excuse me, dribbling. Not like Radu Dragusin's bloody agent. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? That geezer needs to shut up. Another channel coming, Sean. Yeah, comedy. Now I might just do it on, like, I've got that Sean Butler TV channel that basically is it's supposed to be there for football finance, but there's just not enough about football finance. There's just not enough content. So whenever there's a bit of content, I'll put it up on it, but it's just like doesn't do anything. I can't believe I just dribbled. Did you see it? Did you see it on the screen? I hadn't quite finished swallowing my cider in it. What is this? Sean, where can I pick up that jacket? I think it's on Amazon, mate. I think the jacket's on Amazon, to be honest. I think I got it in the club, but I'm pretty sure it's in the stadium. All right, let's talk about some stuff, right? So there's this guy called Souza. Let me get my page. Let me get the page up. He's a really. I don't know him. I've not heard about him at all. Plays for Santos. Young guy, 19 years old, and I ran him through the Y Scout this morning, and the Y Scout basically showed a lot of the highlight reels that you can also see on YouTube. So if you go and watch him on UFC, if you go and watch him on YouTube, you'll see basically a lot of the stuff that I saw. He looks like a really interesting. He's got a lovely cross on him, really good cross on him, and he looks like he can dribble as well, take a guy on, but he's got the defensive stuff. So the rumours are that Tottenham were interested in this player, and we put in a bid. We put in a bid for, I think, like 13 million euros or something, or 14 million euros, but that Santos wants 17 million euros for him. And we apparently have walked away saying we're not prepared to pay that. I don't know enough about him, so I'm not going to sit there and judge. But he does look like a really interesting. He does look really talented. He certainly does. But again, it's just the Brazilian league. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, YouTube highlights can make Harry Winks look like prime 100%. If you get, yeah, exactly, 100%. But I'm saying I went and looked at his everything reel. Excuse me, but his everything reel on the Y Scout was fairly limited because he's obviously a young guy in Brazil, and so there wasn't much more to go on than what I saw on the YouTube thing as well. But he does look interesting. But like I say, Sean dribbling over his -1 UFC bird. Where are the Bugsy walks, Biggie? They'll come back. It's she's got a bad paw at the moment, so like I have to kind of walk her on the lead rather than letting her run off and do her thing, and that's difficult to then hold a camera, hold the lead, and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm not particularly interested in Souza. I'd like to ask you guys this, right? Would you be okay if Tottenham went and got another right back rather than a left back, so that we sort of considered then that Udogie and Jed Spence were our left backs, but in order to give Pedro Porro some competition, go and get a right back. Because for me, there's a lot of right backs out there that are really, really talented. I'm a big fan of Michael Coyote at Brentford. I think he's a really, really good player. And he's got that launch of a throw as well, which is just super dangerous. Obviously, when I know a lot of people are talking about Anthony Robinson, but I just think he's quite old now. He's like, not that I've got a problem with him coming in, by the way, at all. I'd love him, but I just think the price point that Fulham want for him is quite expensive. Yeah, there are better natural right backs than natural left backs. The only thing I would say, why, is that we don't have enough left footers in the team. Even our right winger, Kudus, is a right footer. He's ambipedal, like he can obviously cut in on his left, but I don't think he's left foot dominant. So you've got Decky, you got Ben Davies, and you have Micky van der Ven, and you have Destiny Udogie. And I'm pretty sure that's the only 4 left footers that we have in our team. You know? So like I don't mind getting, I'm just saying I'm happy to get a left winger, a left back who's left-footed. I'd like to see it. And then you can put Jed Spence at right back, right-footed, and put Pedro Porro, and then you just have natural width. Because I genuinely do believe, right? I think that there is a super talent in Jed Spence. I really do think he's a really good player. I think there's obviously something about him where he's a bit of a donut, bit of a moody, grumpy git. And I don't think he's necessarily like created or carved out too much in the way of relationships, like chemistry with people in front of him. I think a lot of what he does is unique. Like it's solo efforts. I'm not. Is he that? I'm not sure he is dominant left-footed. I'm not sure he is. I think he's ambipedal. Let me have a look on his transfer market. You might be right, but I know he can certainly take the ball on with his right foot as well. Let's have a look. Mo Kudus. He's left-footed. Okay, fair enough. He's okay. Fair enough. My bad. So we got 5 left footers in the entire squad. One of them's injured in Decky, and one of them is about to leave in Ben Davies. And Destiny Udogie also injured. So you got Van der Ven and Kudus are the I mean, he's not very left-footed. He can certainly get to the byline crossable with his right foot. 100% he can. I would consider him to be 2-footed. But maybe, okay. Either way, whatever. I'm not gonna die on that hill. It's fine. It's a weird hill to die on. But I'll fucking argue with you if you want. You want a fucking argument about it? Jed is like Disco Benny. It's just a job. Yeah, it feels like he's a bit of a loner almost. Like I don't think he's probably got that many mates. Doesn't seem like he's that happy a person. Nathaniel Brown is quality. Where's that quality? There we go. Niall Higgins. Tete at right back, Nathaniel Brown at left back, Kyoto at right back. I'd take any of those. Yeah. I like Tete. How old is Tete now? Tete must be 31 though as well, isn't he? How old is he? Kenny Tete, not Tete. Hang on. What are we doing here? Kenny Tete. How old are you? 30. Yeah, he's 30 years old. But I don't mind it. I genuinely think that Tottenham are missing out on having a couple. You haven't got anyone that's like older. Like, you know, it's like just you run from pillar to post, don't you? The pendulum swings too far. And Chelsea are struggling with consistency. Said that already. They've just got rid of their guy. Their guy, by the way, is pitching. He said, where's my hang on. So in December, Maresca stunned key figures at the club. Is it on the screen? There we go. Bring it up for you. What are we doing now? Here we go. Bosh. When after beating Everton 2-0 for Chelsea's solitary Premier League win in December, he said many people had made it his worst 48 hours since joining the club. And obviously now he's gone, right? But there's lots of people saying that he told the Chelsea hierarchy that he was having conversations with Manchester City about replacing Pep if Pep wanted to leave. And so Chelsea are like, I think quite rightly, to be honest, and listening to a lot of the Chelsea fans. I was listening to one of the big fan channels there a minute ago, and they were all universally like, yep, I'm a little bit shocked it happened on January the 1st, but we're more than happy to see him gone. And they're also kind of like saying the same sorts of things that Tottenham fans say about our own system. As soon as you lose a couple of games, you're not given any time. The fans want immediate returns. But like, at Chelsea, though, you spent £2 billion, mate. You spent £2 billion, and you can't, like, you're putting out, it's all kids. They're not, the first team's very good. They've got certain departments that are very good. But for a £2 billion squad, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know why Garnacho went there. I certainly don't know why the kid from Dortmund went there. He doesn't get a look in. But listen, I don't think that Pep Guardiola is going anywhere now. I'd hope not. But do you guys think there's any chance that if the reason why, so Maresca he wasn't sacked, by the way. He wasn't sacked, right? He resigned. So did he resign because he's not happy with his ability to control the conversation at Chelsea, that there's too many people that are like telling him that it's got to be done this way rather than his way, and it's just it's unacceptable to him? Or does he think that Pep Guardiola is leaving at the end of the season and so doesn't really give a shit? But if that's the case, if it's almost settled that Pep Guardiola will leave at the end of the season and Maresca will take over at City, then would there be maybe a bit of caution with regards to selling players like Savinho if it turns out that Maresca, who plays more dominantly with wings than Pep Guardiola sort of most of the time does, that his opinion about someone like Savio might be important to be heard before they make a decision? I don't know. But it's interesting. It's certainly interesting. Rumours out today that Tottenham are about to put in a double bid for Savio and Omar Mamouche. But this is this guy, this donut, Keith Winers. I don't even know why I'm giving him his air. The guy's Keith Winers, sorry, yeah, he's an absolute muppet of the highest order. Right, just listen to this. I've called him out in the past as well because he says things that just doesn't make any sense. He said something stupid like that Tottenham might be getting the first NBA franchise, right? Because we've got a new stadium and the NBA might eventually, have a B league in Europe or some bollocks. And I'm like, what are you talking about? First of all, NBA matches are not played in football stadiums, you absolute idiot. And two, the B league of the NBA is the college system, right? That's how it works. There is no European league of NFL that's considered big time. There is no European league of basketball that's considered big time. Yes, there are some teams that come from certain places in Spain or whatever, and the women's basketball certainly is a big deal in Europe, but it just doesn't work that way. Like he's wrong on so many levels. Anyway, I'm giving him all the credit in the world here when he says this thing here. By the way, this guy was the CEO at Goodison for 5 years. I've got no idea how he done it, but he's moving into the world of content. He just makes things up on the spot. And Football Insider pump it out like it's because he was the CEO at Goodison Park, he's therefore worth listening to. But listen to this shit. He told Football Insider's Inside Track podcast that could possibly happen. He's talking about a deal for Omar Mamouche and Savinho, right? That both of them could leave and come to Tottenham. He says that could possibly happen. And I've been trying to think, are there any player swaps that could be happening? I've got no information on that. Of course you don't. But I think if there could be Mamouche and Savinho as well for Spurs, I'm trying to think who Man City might be angling for from Spurs if there was to be anything other than just cash. But I think it may well end up just being cash deals. I mean, what are you talking about? What on God's green earth are you talking about? Like, I know I need to add some value to this conversation, so I'm trying to scratch my head to think, is there anybody that Manchester City might want from Tottenham? Like, what are we doing here? Honestly, Bugsy Malone could make this stuff up with more logic and cohesion. Anyway, he carries on saying, and I think it would be, we've talked about it for so long, about Pep wanting to reduce his numbers in his squad. And I think if he was to get rid of two, I think that would suit him quite well. And I think those two would be the right ones to go. And it would give them a fresh lease of life and see if they can do something at Spurs. Mamouche scored for Egypt in the AFCON. So look, he seems to be in a bit of form right now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Never quite developed the talent, but never really had the chance either. So we have to see what he can do. But yes, I think both him and Savinho could be moving down south. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm saying it in all likelihood won't happen. Excuse me. But I mean, the justification. Like, this guy's just getting rolled out. He's probably getting paid 100 quid for a quick quote, and he'll just make any old thing up. Yeah, Bugsy Malone, 100% Desto, 100%, mate. 100%. Super sticker from Paul Petty. Big up to you, Paulie boy. Choo to you, my man. Thank you very much indeed, mate. Thank you very much indeed to all of you guys for your unbelievable generosity. Sean, I don't usually agree with you, but you're spot on about this, geezer. No wonder Everton was so effed. Why don't you usually agree with me? About what specifically don't you agree with me about, Peaky? Let's chew this out, buddy. Let's chew this out. Okay? What is it that I've said or done that makes you disagreeable with me? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see if we can start 2026 off on the right foot. You know? What's happening to Verizon and Gill? Who's Verizon? You're talking about Valise. I think you must be saying about Valise. Valise is on loan. I think Valise is on a. Is he on loan or did he? I think he went, didn't he? Alejo Valise. What happened to him? Let's have a look. Who plays as a striker for Premier Division on loan? He's on loan. He's on loan. How's he getting on, by the way? Should we have a look, see how he's getting on down there? This season, he has scored. This season, he has scored. Current season. That's what I'm looking for. I don't think he's played. Hang on. Overall balance, 25-24 season. Twenty 2025 stats. 9 goals in 45. Oh no, so what's that? Torneo Glausura. Is that must be the I don't even know. 9 in 45. 10 goals. No, he's not doing enough, is he? He hasn't really hit it. He hasn't really hit it. Good luck to him though. Good luck to him. Let's talk a little bit about Brennan Johnson, shall we, guys? Brennan Johnson looks like he's done. He's done out here. He is done out here. I'm just seeing what's going on in the chat. Why people keep talking to Matt? Who's Matt? Where's Matt? What's Matt? Matt's got some news, clearly. Matt, here he is. I didn't feel the wind between his nuts. Okay. Oh, by the way, Matt, I watched the last part of the show back yesterday. Listen, I'm not someone that would usually do this, right? But just for you, Matt, I saw you said that you wasted £2 because you asked for the song, not for a show. And you also said you were promised to be a moderator and that I hadn't fulfilled. So I've made you a moderator now. You are now a moderator. And at the end of the show, at the end of today's show, I will play you the drum and bass version of the rabbit hole ramblings. Welcome to the rabbit hole where we go deep into the rabbit hole. We're like-minded meat. Yeah, I'll do that later on. Let's get some more. So Yandy Amandi, guys. Lots and lots of rumours out today that Tottenham Hotspur are about to make a move on the man. And listen, I'm excited about this one. If it was to happen, then he is someone that I'm happy to see a youngster coming on. I really am. Although it does beg the question, what does that mean for Odebear? What does that mean for Mathys Tel? What does that mean for Mikey Moore in the future? We know Mikey Moore's doing well apparently in Rangers. I don't really follow too many of the young bucks that are out there. Apparently, what's his name's coming back. We've got a JA coming back from his failed loan, and we have also Jamie Donnelly coming back as well. Both of those players are going to find new homes for the second half of the season. Mate, you ain't got to put another super chat in. I felt bad. I misread your super chat yesterday. But thank you very much, my man. I'll play the stream on the way out of the show. It'll be good. I might even be able to try and squeeze one in. Pause. a cheeky rabbit hole tonight or this afternoon before the football. Big show tonight, guys. We're doing the watch along. We'll be live here from about 7 o'clock. Massive game, by the way. Massive game. If Tottenham can do something here and get the 3 points, then let's have a look at this. Let's have a little pivot to the Premier League table, shall we? Let's have a look. See, I think we could end up 7th. I think we could end up 7th tonight. 2 points behind Chelsea, who have just sacked their manager. How do I get this up? Pause. Here we go. So yeah, like if Sunderland have got to play. Sunderland are playing Manchester City, right? So I'd assume that Manchester City. I mean, it's away at Sunderland, but I'd assume, I really hope as well that City keep the pressure on. So then that will keep them in 28 points with a goal difference of 2. And if we beat Brentford, Palace have got Fulham, and those 2 are in front of us. So let's hope that those 2 draw. Not that I really give a shit about Palace and Fulham. I don't think there'll be a threat if we can make a move here. But Tottenham could end up tonight, in 7th place, only 2 points behind United and 2 points behind Chelsea. And do you know what? Manchester United are no good. Everyone's been telling me for ages they're back. They're showing their, it's all that time and effort that Amorim's had, and they're back now. Are they fuck? They're fucking rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Starting to see a couple of stories about this guy, Shima Andre, or Kema Andre. I don't know how you say his first name, but I ran him through the Y-Scout. He is a really interesting player out of Stuttgart. Stuttgart develop a lot of really good talent. This guy's another one. He's a kid. He's 20 years old, but he is someone that Spurs might be turning their attention to. I don't want to see Tottenham. I get it. Right, just because we're linked to these players doesn't mean that that's what we're going to be doing. But for me, like, you go and get me a Leon Goretzka, go and get me a Manu Kone, bro. Go and get me Kone. Go and drop 60 million on him. Fuck off that donut, Samu Agahawa. He's not a donut. He's a very talented player. But like, we can get me a midfield that's just like disgustingly physical, disgustingly combative with a passing range. Go and get me him. If you could go and get Keith Smith and Manu Kone, our midfield then is cooked. It's absolutely sensational. Done. Put a fork in it. It's done. It's lovely. And then maybe go and get me a Leon Goretzka and a Kone, whatever you want to do. Or Ruben Neves. I cried like a bitch, to be fair, but kicks out my back. Was that about the Miss Super Chat? We need to sign him this week. Well, look, the rumours are there. Let me get rid of this. Let me change. We've done Enzo Marasca. He's gone. I haven't talked about this one yet, have we? So I think this guy's going to be out of the door soon, right? Brennan Johnson, right? He's going to be going. Tottenham are already active in the January transfer window. This is from the Express, which opened only a few hours ago, as they are prepared to sell Brennan Johnson to Crystal Palace. The Welshman is expected to undergo a medical shortly ahead of a £35 million deal, which could be reinvested back into Thomas Frank's squad. The Dane has struggled to win over the Spurs faithful, and many have pointed out that his central midfield needs more of a cultured operator. But he will be also desperate to replace Johnson and has a cool 35 million in his pocket to spend. Jack McCracken, Phil McCracken's brother, has said Savinio's situation has not changed since he came close to leaving City for Tottenham in the summer, despite signing a new contract. With Antoine Semenyo, so his situation has changed, hasn't it? His situation has changed. You signed a new contract, you donut. With Antoine Semenyo's impending £65 million transfer to the Etihad, Savinio will surely be growing more concerned about his position. The Brazilian's ability to operate on both flanks would surely appeal, and he offers a dribbling threat that outside of Kudus and the raw Wilson Odebear, Spurs do not have at the club. Charlie Mallam says, with Brennan Johnson looking likely to leave Spurs this month, a replacement attacking replacement attacker is a priority. The dream would be Leipzig's exciting Ivorian winger, Yan Diomande. The 19-year-old, valued at between 50 to 60 million, has all the attributes to be a consistent match winner: explosive athleticism, elite dribbling off both feet, versatility to play on either side, and crucially, end product. He would be cheaper and easier to sign. He would be cheaper and easier to sign Nico Williams of sorts. Yeah, I agree with that, 100%. Spurs have to go big on demanding now if they want to meet the massive competition for him. But if they could snag the Ivory Coast attacker at a cheaper price than they were willing to pay for City for Savinho last summer, it would be the biggest success yet of the post-Daniel Levy era. Archie Griggs is saying we need Alex Scott. There's a lack of quality in the middle of the park, which is a problem that could be solved by luring Scott to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. He is improving with every season and still has plenty of room for additional growth while being able to make an immediate impact. The young Englishman would certainly be an upgrade on Bento in the engine room. I don't disagree with that as well. I quite like Alex Scott. I do like Alex Scott. I rate him. He's English as well. He's homegrown. Would be interesting. Would be interesting. I don't know if he's going to satisfy though. Excuse me. I'm not sure if he's going to satisfy the fan base. What we're saying in the chat. Scott will be great. I'll big up to Marzi. Tom Marzi has gifted another Spurs Talk Show membership. Remember, guys, the Spurs Talk Show phone-in show is back tomorrow. I think we had like 25 new members yesterday, thanks to the generosity of people like Marzi and people. Obviously, I know Blaine gifted a lot as well. A lot of you guys gifted a lot of memberships as well. So please, if you do want to kind of like come and have a crack, have a bit of a chat, fun afternoon, then please do be here. I'll do the show probably like around 5 o'clock or something tomorrow afternoon. And I'd love to get to meet you all. So please, whoever got the membership there from Marzi, thank you, Marzi. Whoever got that one, please do say thank you to him. We need a now man. Says Desto. Listen, for me, I think that Yan Diomande is I think he's a player for now and tomorrow. I think he's really good. He looks so good here. There is, of course, that kind of acclimation process. You have to give these guys a bit of time to settle in. But he just looks someone who's so aggressive on the ball. Just loves it. He loves the ball. Loves running with it. And he's got the outlook as well. Got the outlook. Or the output, sorry. Let me come back to this for a second. What are we doing here? Sean, what is your prediction on our next 5 games? Do you know what? I think they're all winnable. I don't think we will win them all, but they are all winnable. It's a night. We got a horrendous February. Our February is absolutely shockingly tough. Obviously, there's going to be the FA Cup game squeezed in there as well, plus the last 2 games of the Champions League. But Brentford is a tough fixture tonight, right? They're doing really well at home, doing very, very well at home. But I think that Thomas Frank's going to go there. I think we had the match of them. We were much better than them when they came to our place a few weeks ago. Thomas Frank knows, it's a big night for him. I think the team will turn up. So I'm expecting 3 points tonight. And it'll be three well worked 3 points. If we can get it, it'll be a really impressive outcome. I know it doesn't. It's like usually you sit there and go Brentford. You should be able, like Brentford's a game that you look forward to, home or away, right? Because you should be able to do better than them. Sunderland is usually a game as well that you look to and think we should be able to do something there. Sunderland is a team that it's a nice time to be playing them because they've lost 6 of their players to the AFCON. So in terms of we haven't played them yet, and they're now starting to go through a little bit of a more difficult time. For me, it's the perfect time to play them. If we can get 3 points today, then take them to our place first of the 2 fixtures. I think we should be able to beat Sunderland as well. Be a physical game though, but hopefully we'll have an extra man in the squad by then. Bournemouth away, you don't know what you're going to get with Bournemouth, do you? By then, hopefully, you would imagine that Semenyo's gone, and he's the danger man. So if you can have brought in a couple of, and if they haven't brought in their replacement yet, not necessarily that the replacement will be ready and up to speed and everything, but that's like a big hit for them. And so it'd be nice to be able to go there and get even a draw. A draw's not a bad result. It sounds a bit pathetic, but I think we can get away with that without losing the 3 points. West Ham and Burnley we should be beating. So genuinely think, Taray, I genuinely think that my expectation for the next 5 games is 3 points on each of them. 15 points. I don't think we'll get it. I think we'll drop points here and there somewhere. But I'd be very disappointed if we lost to any of those teams. Let me know your thoughts, guys. What are you saying? Have you seen the stories linking us with Santiago Muniz from Madrid? Young kid, few personal problems, but look like he's going to be mustard. Santiago Munoz. Madrid. No idea who he is. I don't know. There's a Santiago Munoz who plays for Newcastle. Hang on. He plays for Santos Laguna. Is that who you're talking about? But he's wearing a Newcastle shirt? I don't know. Or are you winding me up because you're talking about the fictional player that was in something? I don't know. I've got no idea. Don't know about him. Alex Scott or Adam Wharton? Oh, you say Adam Wharton all day long, but like I honestly don't. I don't think Adam Wharton is a like you see him and he looks great. Look at his stats. His stats look bang average. I pulled them up yesterday. I don't think Adam Wharton is as good as everyone says he is, and I don't think he's a £100 million player. I think he's a very good player. I think he will become a very, very good player. But if you had to offer me right now Adam Wharton or Elliot Anderson, I'm taking Elliot Anderson personally. But Adam Wharton's still very, very good. You're going to call in, Shawnee? Good man. Good man. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Scott is a big Spurs fan. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a big Spurs fan. He's a very big Spurs fan. Oh, was it? Were you winding me up, Josh? Were you winding me up? Was it the fictional character? It was from what's his name? Santiago Munoz. Fictional. Who is he? He's yeah, the guy in the film, right? You're winding me up. Mate, you have to get up very early in the morning to catch me in bed, bro. You have to get up very early in the morning. I'm not someone that just pretends like I know players. If I don't know them, I'm not going to say I don't know. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, that one's a quality player. Trying to get me, bro. Listen. I know you're all going to try it now. You're all going to try and get me. Have you seen that guy, Phil McCracken? Have you seen? Yeah. I know what's going on now. Not going to work, my man. Not going to work. And now that I know the cat's out of the bag, now I know. Now I'm not going to trust any of you little gits trying to get me. Be careful, Butler. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah. You think I was born yesterday? Mate? What are we doing here? Fucking hell. Time to crack open another cider, methinks. Let's get going. Let's get fucking going. Sensationale. A cheeky cider. Cheekier one. That's what we're doing here, people. That is what we are doing here. Manor Solomon's contract is not until 2028. It's not. Is it? I think it is. Where are we going? Here? Share the tab. Let's educate ourselves together. Here we go. Manor Solomon's contract expires. Oh, wait. No, that's his contract. That's his contract at Villarreal. His contract there expires 20. You're right. You're right. So I was calling out all the bollocks yesterday, and it was me that was talking bollocks. Well. That was 2025, Sean. That was 2025 version of Sean. What are we doing here? Don't worry about that. Don't even concern yourself with that sort of thing. Or do you reckon we'll get 20? He's got 2028, has he? How long ago did we sign him? Is it 2023? Maybe we'll get a cheeky 5-10 Milski. Pure profit, right? Pure profit. Because Daniel Levy did the dirty on Shakhtar Donetsk. Pure profit, Dafashar. Pure profit. Daniel Levy smelt one, didn't he? I smell value. It's a value trade. That was all last year's. Bollocks, Sully. Mate. We got a clean slate. We got a clean slate over here. You know, clean slate. So that's why I wasn't dying on the hill about Mohamed Kudus's foot, and I'm not going to die on the hill about anything anymore. That's what we're doing here. This show is turning into an AA meeting. Yeah, my chairman, he nailed that one. Got pure profit, bro. Pure profit. He could smell it, couldn't he? I smell value. Sensational. That'll get spun into something, no doubt. That'll get spun. Sean, seen we are 1-1. Can you confirm Stel being a coach? I can confirm that he's told me he's a coach. I've never seen his credentials, but I believe he's a coach yet. I can't. Yeah, I guess so. I think he is. You know, Stel understands his football for sure. I went to an AA meeting. It was full of batteries. Charge me up, bro. Charge me up. Sean, did you and Levy used to have math debates? Yeah. What are we doing here? You're trying to catch me out, people. You're trying to catch me out, aren't you? You're trying to catch me out. Anyway, let's move on. How about this? Let's go to Football London, shall we? Look at Football London, see what they're saying. This is by Ryan Taylor, Alistair Gold, and Sam Truelove. He says that the January window is officially open and Tottenham could be extremely active over the next month or so. Thomas Frank's side have been inconsistent in the first half of the 26 campaign, as a number of stars being absent due to injury has certainly not helped. The Dane has already suggested Spurs will look to strengthen the squad in the winter window. Yeah, we have to try. We are certainly looking. If we are active, if the right opportunities comes along, we will act. Of course, the window will open and we will be in the market and see if there's anything we can do. But it needs to be something where we think it can clearly improve the team. If not, I'd rather want to wait. But we will be out there. Am I getting better? Is it getting better? It's getting better, right? It's getting better. I got caught stealing fireworks. Thankfully, the police let me off. That's a cracker. Yeah, see what I did there? That's a cracker. What a banger that is. Sounds like Klopp. I'm working on it, boys. I'm working on it. It's real time shit going on here, right? Yeah, try harder. Get to the chopper. While Tottenham will look to add further quality to the playing squad, a number of stars could also look to exit Tottenham Stadium. With all that in mind, Football London's writers have a go at predicting exactly what Tottenham will do in the window. Ali Gold says Spurs looking for a left winger, another midfielder, and a centre back if one departs in the window. While Tommy the Tank also wants another natural left back, whether in this window or the next, to challenge the injury-prone Destiny Udogie and allow Jed Spence to battle with Pedro Porro on the right. Tottenham are also looking to upgrade in any areas they probably can next month, which technically means a variety of players could lead through the door. Could head through the door if an opportunity opens for them to move. Spurs want to sell BJ, although they would make it that would make it the third year in a row in which the club has sold the top scorer from their previous season. Radu Dragusin will want regular first-team football, and the North London club will consider loaning and potentially selling the Romanian, who had just returned from his ACL injury and his interest from Serie A clubs. Mathys Tel could also leave the club on loan, as could centre-back Kota Takai, as Frank looks to bolster his squad for the now while giving development opportunities to players for the future. Ryan Taylor says, I'm expecting Spurs to be highly active in January, not least because Thomas Frank has already said so. Yeah, active, yeah. They definitely need at least one forward, possibly two, and they also need to consider strengthening at left back. Udogie's fitness is an issue. Spence done a fine job filling in, but I'd like to see a natural left footer. Tottenham the left winger, with Brennan Johnson likely to depart, they need to add more goals. He scored 18 last season, and it's a mystery to me why he's not fancied by Frank, who tried to bring him to Brentford. Savino would be great, but he plays on the right, and that deal looks somewhat difficult. But I do definitely expect Tottenham to bring in at least one attacker. He plays on the right for City, but he played on the left at Girona. So what are we doing here? He's what you call versatile. Further incomings might be subject to departures, and that could be few. There could be a few. Drago has interest from Roma, Fiorentina, and possibly Juve. That would be likely be a loan. A loan for Tel would also be beneficial if another winger comes in. I think Odebear will stay, but put following his exciting cameo against Palace. Then there could also be a couple of loans for younger players, possibly Kota Takai. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Let me get rid of that then, and let me come back and do some chat work. Let's do some work on the chat, shall we? Some ground game stuff. A couple of super chiddly chit chats. We've done Marzi's. Big up to you, Marzi. Thank you very much indeed. Spurs GCTV has said, Happy New Year, Sean. How many do you think we will sign? I think we will sign two or three. Now that Johnson's going and Radu Dragusin looks like he wants out, I think we'll get at least two or three. I think we'll get at least three and two. We'll get at least two, but maybe three. Because I think Mathys Tel wants gone as well. Genuinely. Thank you very much for the super chat, my man. Big up to you. Sean the boss has put in a super sticker as well. Choo choo to you, Shawnee boy. Choo choo to you. Appreciate you very much indeed, my man. Hope you are happy and healthy, doing the things you love. And my man, Nick Lazy 8, who by the way, Nick Lazy 8, I saw your first comment. He said, Butler, I expect more from you this year. I'm not sure what, but I just expect it. I'll do my best, my man. I will do my best. He says, so should I be prepared to hear you banging on for a deep line playmaker for the next 2 seasons? I'm just hearing you spit out Monster 6. Like so much warm cider. Dribble Monster 6 down my chin. Oh, pause. Like so much warm cider of last year. Listen, I like the idea of a deep line playmaker. What you're going to be hearing me say a lot of is switch hitter. And if you're an American, Nicky boy, so I think you're a Yankees fan or something, out in New York, we know what a switch hitter is, right? Takes up the right, takes it up the left, don't matter, bangs it out either way. I think we need a switch hitter in the middle. Are you going to hear me saying deep line playmaker? Possibly. Get your bingo card out, your 2026 bingo card. It starts today. Tottenham are looking for a deep lying playmaker to complement the Monster 6, to hit the ball into the channels for a take-on specialist who can then contribute with output. How about that? That's the phrase. That's the phrase. Clip it, boys. Clip it. Big up to you, Nick. Happy New Year, my man. Hope you had a good Christmas, good Crimbo. Would love to get you on the show sometime soon, Nick. I haven't spoke to you for ages, buddy. Spoke to you for ages, man. Big up to you, buddy. Josh Pack. Josh P for K. Big up to you, who came in trying to wind me up, trying to get me. You tried to get me, but you failed, my man. He said, in all seriousness, I've been quietly watching since your first ever Tottenham walk video. Ashamed to say my first ever super chat because I watch on my TV. Oh, mate, that's very cool of you, man. Appreciate you, buddy. God, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? 3 years ago, I did that first Tottenham walk. Yeah, Bugsy was a little girl back then. Now she's still a little girl, but yeah, she's a bit more calculated with her behaviour. Big up to you, man. I appreciate your support, mate. If you've been around for a long time, then thank you very much, Josh, and thank you for the super chat, mate. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate all of you guys. Really appreciate all of you. Switch hits it round the back door. Backdoor Johnson. Enzo Maresca is available. Skunkworks. Are we really looking to take a? Are we really looking to take Maresca? No, he won the. What did he win? What's he won at Chelsea? He won the Club World Cup, and he won the Conference League. I think the Club World Cup is a fairly good outcome. The Conference League is was expected, obviously. I don't think Maresca would want to come to Tottenham. I don't even know what to make of him, mate. Like, if you've got £2 billion worth of talent, you should be a title-winning team, or at least a title-challenging team, and they're not. They're not. So, like, has he done that well? I don't think so. He's had everything he could possibly want in terms of talent. Like, they've had so much talent thrown at them, and they're 15 points off the Premier League title race. And they're 5 points ahead of Tottenham, who, you know, Tottenham fans think we're ridiculously struggling. And we are. So they are really struggling. You know, they're draw specialists, a bit like Bournemouth. Unimpressive to me. Switch hitter. There you go. There you go. Get used to the switch hit, baby. You'd back Maresca. Big up, Ryan. Big up, my man. Frank will do more if backed. I don't want Maresca either, to be honest. Maresca was Pep's number 2 in the treble season. Yeah. Yeah. But they're all number 2s, aren't they? Arteta's not a winner yet. I don't think he will win either. I think Maresca will. I think Arteta will collapse again to Pep once again. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it all day long. I'm here for it. You're an hour behind. Oh, you just saw us in the... Yeah, the donut outfit is there. It's waiting to be applied. I'm gonna go and get a picture of Johnny, of Lubo, of Stel, of Sava, of Connor. I'm gonna go and get all the cutouts. And then whenever one of them says something stupid, I'm going to put the mask on and pull the donut outfit out. You're never going to see me wearing it for myself, but you are going to see me wearing it when I'm also putting on masks of other content creators. You know, that's what we do here. That's what we do here. We wind people up. We wind people up. Used to watch Henry as well. Don't know if you remember those Henry Wright fake accounts taking the muck, but I was the Henry Wright said Fred. Yeah, I remember. There was loads of Henry Wrong, Henry Wong, Henry Left, Henry Wright said Fred. There were loads. I spoke to Henry yesterday. I said to him, mate, you got to get back. You got to come back to the Spurs. You got to come back to the Spurs show a little bit. You know, you got to like, you know, show your face. He's doing very well with his Arsenal content, isn't he? He's doing very, very well with his Arsenal content. What a cop block. He is a gooner now. He's a gooner now. If we get Gallagher, I'm not watching Spurs until he leaves. I despise him. There is something quite irritable about him, isn't there? Like, he does sort of like, you know, there's something about him. Rumour has it Sean advised Levy to build the team around Richie. Listen, I told you all about Richie. I told you all about Anthony Gordon. You all told me I was a fraud. You all told me I didn't know shit. And you might be right. But 60 million quid on Richie. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. What are we doing here? How about this one? We're linked with Carl, this guy. Linked with Carl Etta Eyong as well, right? This geezer. Who's he's done well this year. 15 goals. He's a young guy. How old is he? 21, 22. Looks about 45. He's another absolute unit. Built like a brick shit house. He's what is he? Oh, he's 5'11". He's not that tall, but he's very, very, very physical. Loves to go on a run. Mazy dribbles and that. 6 goals and 3 assists in 15 for Getafe, I think it is. Is it Getafe? Oh, Levante, sorry. Levante, my bad. And he's away on the African Cup of Nations duty. And Tottenham have been linked with him since the summer. I brought him to your attention in the summer. I didn't rate him then. I don't rate him now. I just think Tottenham seem to be going after these sort of young players that they might be great, they might not be great. I don't know. I think the whole thing's fucking weird, to be honest. Yeah. But listen, there's another story out. Let's get this one up for us. Pause. Tottenham are in pole position in race for a new midfielder. We will be in the market. We are definitely interested in, if we can, strengthening the squad, we will do that. I've said it a few times before, but things are important because of different types you can add to a squad. I'm definitely going to get better at it. I'm definitely going to get better at that impression, by the way. Don't you fucking wait. Before long, you won't be like, is that Butler or is that Thomas Frank? Literally in his head. The main bit is the ones we need to add to be the ones that we really think can improve the team. Then, like normal, there can be outgoings if you want to try to make a sharp squad. Brennan Johnson, one of the players, looks like he's going out the door. In terms of potential new additions, one position in which Tottenham are particularly keen to strengthen is central midfield, having recently identified AZ Alkmaar star Keith Smith as a target list, and he is going to be a top player. You were hearing the name Keith Smith for a long time. It's not the only option, however, with a report from Court Offside revealing Spurs are now leading the race to sign a more experienced midfielder, namely Bayern Munich star Leon Goretzka. It wasn't from Court Offside. Indeed, the Lily Whites have now moved ahead of Arsenal and Manchester United in the race for the central midfielder, and contact has been made with representatives. A free transfer in the summer could also be a possibility, with a 30-year-old 220 grand a week contract at the AA set to expire at the end of the season. Lauded as outstanding by former Germany teammate Sami Khedira, the Bochum-born maestro is highly experienced at the top level, having made 68 appearances in the Champions League, while he also knows what it takes to win. I'd love to get him. I would love to get him. I think it'd be fantastic. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let's also pivot to this one. Ivan Toney sends clear message to Tottenham and Thomas Frank as the transfer window opens. This is from Chris Burns, senior sports writer at Football London. As he scored again this week. The England forward has shown he is more than capable of putting the ball in the back of the net once again, with several Premier League clubs reportedly looking to sweep for the 29-year-old in January. I'd take him all day long, by the way. I don't think it will happen, but I would take him all day long. 1 second, guys. Tony's strike against Al Fayha on Tuesday. Fire! On Tuesday, took his tally to 14 goals in just 19 appearances for Al Ahly this season. The 29-year-old left Brentford to sign for the Saudi products in 2024 in a deal with worth around 40 million, and he has since scored 45 goals in 65 games. Thomas Frank claimed he will definitely be active in the January window. Toney has been linked with a move to Spurs in the past, and the towering forward could be the tonic that they need in order to kickstart their season. Clubs such as Arsenal and Everton have also said to have been interested in the recent past. Frank's side have struggled with consistency this year. Yada, yada, yada. According to Sky Sports, Toney is open to a Premier League return in January, with numerous top flight clubs having made inquiries about a deal. While Toney's free-scoring habits seem to make him perfect fit for Tottenham, former Spurs star Chris Waddle isn't entirely convinced that Toney is the right move for the North London club. He said, I liked him at Brentford. I was surprised he went away, but we know why players go to Saudi, and that's not a criticism. He's been away a year or two now. Should I do a Geordie accent for Chris Waddle? Howie. He's been away for a year or two now. And the big question is whether he would still have that sharpness and whether he could adapt back to the Premier League. Centre forwards, I'm not doing it, is a very difficult position to fill. You've got to look at how you play and whether the striker suits that style. Thomas Frank may say he has a certain way of playing, but Tottenham are tactically very different from his Brentford team. I'm not saying Ivan Toney wouldn't do a job. We know he did very well at Brentford. He's not the paciest, but he's a good target man, links play well and scores goals. He's proved that. He has proved that. The question for Tottenham is whether they look at his age and whether they think they can sell him on in 3 years' time. That's how they tend to think. They'll ask if they'll get their money back. And let's be honest, I don't think they would. That's how Tottenham operate in the market. They're always looking to make money. Well, that's not true, is it? It's not true, is it? Because we don't make money from transfers. Chris, you donut. Anyway, they're talking about him going to Manchester United instead. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Would you take Ivan Toney? Would you take Ivan Toney? Hang about. I can't get my screen up. That's better. Go back to the main picture. Bosh in the middle. DJ Arman says he thinks Toney's overrated. He's saying no. Depends on wages. The Nigerian Chris Waddle. How weird. How weird. What is this? I want to play for Tottenham. We're getting cancelled.
Oh no, it happened again. What did he just say? I guess it's time to say goodbye. We're getting cancelled today.
Definitely getting cancelled. 100%. Dapper Shaw would take him. Stephen O'Connor would take him. Bets are off on Toney. Sean, if we're after Diamand, does that mean no Lookman? We haven't actually been... I have not seen any links to Lookman for a while, you know. I've not seen links to Lookman for a while. Chris Valdemonde. How weird. 100% on Toney, says James. He's a prick, says Moist Bread. Apparently. Did I have to mention? I didn't mention Lookman. Someone else did. Somebody else did. We've done Carlette Eong. We've done Keith Smith. Have I done this one yet? Magnus Aglouch. Let's bring him up, shall we? Let's get the Aglouch done. There we go. That's not it. That's the one I want. Oh, it's done. Yeah, is it on? No. Hang about. Here we go. Bosh. Lookman could be the new Gift Orban. What does that even mean, mate? The new Gift Orban? The current Gift Orban is doing very bloody well, Marshall. Thank you very much. He scored 5 goals in playing for Verona in Italy. He's like the 3rd top scorer in Serie A. I was right about Gift Orban. I was right about him. You know, You guys just aren't up to speed. You guys aren't up to speed. Spurs linked with a transfer deal for an impressive winger making waves in France. Magnus Aglouch could be what Spurs need. A left-footed winger who typically comes off the right. He ticks many of the boxes for Spurs, not just a winger who can create chances, but who would offer some balance to an attack which has lacked a consistent threat. I rate him. I do rate him. I like him a lot. I thought he was fantastic against us, sitting in that 10. I think he's absolutely a special player. What I would say is, I don't know. I was of the opinion that Tottenham signed Xavi Simons instead of him. So like we picked our 10. I'm not sure if we're going to play him. Would he come in to be second fiddle to... If you want to be a big team, though, if you want to be a good team, look at Arsenal. Fucking Eberechi Eze hasn't played a minute in the last 3 games. Is he unhappy? Is his agent banging the drum for minutes or move? I don't know. But maybe you can do that if you've got a high propensity of winning the league. Maybe at Tottenham, first of all, just get the first team ready, then worry about the depth after that. You know? We do need competition at 10, says Biggie. I hear you. Skunkworks doesn't rate him. Paul Langley says needs to beef up. Yep. I can get on board that. I don't mind it. Pep Guardiola's all but confirms Tottenham transfer target is for sale. What's he said? Guardiola said of Oscar Bob and the Dortmund links, Oscar Bob and Borussia Dortmund in talks. You can ask Oscar, not me. That quote probably sounds familiar to the Premier League supporters because it is similar to what Pep Guardiola always says when there is someone linked with a move away from City whom the Spanish manager does not want to keep around. Oh, so this is about Tottenham being linked with Oscar Bob. What do you think about Oscar Bob? Do you rate Oscar Bob? It's not about something. This is about Oscar Bob. Do you think... I like Oscar Bob. I think he's a good player. I think he's a very good player. I wouldn't mind him at all, to be honest. We've done that one. I think we're almost come to the end. Oh, Give Me Sport will come out with something. Give me a break. Let's listen. Let's see what they're saying, shall we? Let's see what they're saying. Let's see what they're saying, people. Smash the like button for me, by the way. Don't forget to smash the subscribe. Get yourself a New Year's drink. What are they saying? Here we go. Tottenham Hotspur and United lead the race to sign Conor Gallagher. Spurs and United are both looking to bolster their midfield this month and see the England international as a strong and attainable target. Gallagher only joined Madrid for $35 million deal 18 months ago, but his future with the La Liga Giants is in doubt with his minutes limited under Diego Simeone this term. It means a return to the Premier League could be on at the start of 2026 with no shortage of interest from top flight clubs. According to Team Talk, Spurs and United are in pole position to bring the 25-year-old back to English shores. He's only 25. He's been around for years, hasn't he? He's been around for years. It's like Dane Scarlett. Dane Scarlett's been around for years as well. He's only 21, I think. Am I right about that? Dane Scarlett? How old is Dane Scarlett now? Yeah, 21 years old. He's 21. Whenever I look at Dane Scarlett, right, just quickly, do you guys know Spurs Related? Do you know James from Spurs Related? I don't know why, because James from Spurs Related is white, Dane Scarlett's black. But there's something about Dane Scarlett that reminds me of Spurs Related's James. I don't know if you can see it in the face. There's something about it, the two. He looks very much like James from Spurs Related. Shout out to him if he's watching. He might be watching in the background. You might see his name pop up now. He usually does watch. I can see a little bit of James from Spurs Related in him. Chris Cowling's son. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. You can see it as well. James. Yeah. Chris Cowling's son. Yeah, 100%. Dane has been here since he was 8 years old, bless him. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's half brother from another mother. 100%. 100%. You can see the more Chris Cowling in him. I can see Cowling, but I can also see Scarlett. We're going to call him Scarlett Cowling or something. I don't know. Scarlin. Interesting stuff. So what did I get to on this story? So yeah, about Conor Gallagher. Let's go look at Conor Gallagher. There are other Premier League suitors too in Newcastle United who can offer top-level European football, as well as Everton and West Ham, with the latter looking to shake up their squad to stave off relegation to the Championship. Gallagher's priority is to play regularly to force his way back into Thomas Tuchel's England squad. He's on 200 grand a week, is he? Yeah, he doesn't deserve to come in and be a top-level player for us. I don't think he's worth that. I don't think that's worth it. I don't mind him though. I like him. I do like him. I'll be honest. I do like him, but not convinced that he is the guy. Not convinced he is the guy. Here's a little bit of transfer news from Twitter for you. Krish FT. I never know whether this guy's like good or what, but people retweet him and stuff. Tottenham Hotspur have received inquiries from 3 Serie A clubs for Radu Dragusin in the last days. Milan, AS Roma have made inquiries. The interested clubs are open to signing Radu Dragusin in the January transfer window, with both a loan move and a permanent deal. We've spoken about this already. Situation to monitor. I don't really want to let him go. I certainly wouldn't sell him for a loss, like 35, 40 million or whatever, if that's what you think he's worth. He's been injured quite a lot though, hasn't he? You know, he hasn't really worked out so far at Tottenham, but the agent is just a fucking idiot. Because the agent clearly doesn't have any other like. I don't think the agent's got any other like players of his caliber. So like he thinks that his way to make sure he's number one is by talking about him all the time. But you don't get like CAA based talking about their players all the time, do you? He's third choice right now. Is his girlfriend Smoke Show, is she? Should we have a look at that? Should we find out? Radu Dragusin girlfriend. Oh, what are we doing now? Yeah, she's a Smoke Show. Yeah. Yeah. Very impressive. Very impressive. Not a fan of those glasses. Yeah. Don't mind if I do. Oh, what are those fucking nails, though? What's she done with it? What's she doing with her nails there? Looks like she hasn't used the background remover. She hasn't used the background remover tool on her nails. Fuck's sake. What are we doing there? What are we doing? Get that background remover going. Jesus Christ. Wag porn. Yeah. He's doing all right. He's a big guy. Sure, he's got a monster cock as well. You know? Easier wank than Teflon Spirit Guide still. Very good. Very good. All right, guys, listen. I think that's about me done. I think I've covered all the news. We'll be back later on about 7 o'clock for the watch along. We'll have some fun. We'll have some fun with it, and we'll do a preview beforehand. Shame shagging the whole world. He doesn't make him good enough. That's not the rules. It's not the rules. It's not how it's done. You know the game. The game's going to game. And content's going to content. So I'll be back later on, guys. Massive thank you to all of you. Once again, thank you for all your support. As always, love you all. And we'll be back later on for some more in the way of Spurs. There might be a Football Inc. show as well between now and then as well. So we'll talk about Maresco and stuff as well. But enjoy your day. Happy New Year to you all. And I'll see you later on, guys. Take care. As always, bye.